was tired. Who has the sore knee? Anyone out there? Got a sore left? Mine is my left, but it could be the mirror image thing. Susie, left knee, my partner standing right beside me does. I can feel it. It feels like I've actually been hit, you know, or I don't know, I've knocked it on something or something like that. Message for your partner. He might need one of them, you know, them support bandage things. So if you could pass that on to him, seeing as though he's standing next to you, there you go. And someone's got a hot flush. Who's having a hot flush? What, a bad hot flush? Natalie's got a sore right knee. Mine was my left. It felt like I'd been hit by something, so there you go. Hi Cindy, thanks for joining. Who's having the hot flush? This is one of the bad points of being a really, really, really strong empath is picking up on everybody's pains, ailments, emotions, that type of thing. So I do spend a lot of time on my own. Like, that's my choice. You know, even going out to a, you know, coffee shop or something, I'll pick it up. You know, the worst thing for me is going into like op shops and second-hand furniture shops and stuff like that. And a lot of you out there might be finding that as well, that you're walking in there, instant headache, do you know what I mean? And you're like, oh my God, where did that come from? Or instant nausea, instant drained, you know, all that. So yeah, that is what life is like as an empath. It's even to the stage now where I can't watch the news, the physical news. I haven't watched the news for 10 years. Actually, the last time I watched it was when I stayed at Mum's, because she watches it, and I just find it too depressing. Even on Facebook, you can start, you know, especially if it's anything to do with, you know, elderly or people getting bashed, or, you know, animals especially, because anyone that knows me knows how much I love my animals. I can't handle it. I can't deal with it. I feel it, I get angry, and yeah. Right, Natalie. This is standing out because it's in capitals. Can spirits physically touch you, as I felt something touch my left side? Stayed at a friend's house and I think they have a ghost. Yes, they can physically touch you. Look, the signs of... We might talk a bit about spirit today, actually. We haven't talked about that for, oh God, ages. So the signs and symptoms of having a spirit visitor around. Sorry, a bit wheezy today. I need to cut down on the fags. I've been smoking too much lately, but yeah. Signs and symptoms, right? Okay. Palpitation is one of the main ones. You may feel like someone is physically standing behind you going like that. You get a lot of pressure in the chest area. You may feel warmth around your shoulder area as well. But the palpitation, anxiety type feeling comes on instantly, like you're being crushed. Like someone is standing behind you, you know, giving you a bear hug, if you know what I mean. You can get very out of balance. You can get nausea. Nausea is a big symptom, and it comes on instantly. And you'll get the hotness. Do you know what I mean? You're like, oh my God, I think I'm going to be sick. Where'd that come from? And it comes on instant. There's no warning with it. You can feel them touching you. Look, I don't like to deal with negative energies, but I have dealt with quite a few over my time. They will, what the symptoms that I've just described, you will feel it by 10, if you know what I mean, if it's a negative energy. With a negative energy, you'll feel a lot of coldness as well. Like, you can just walk into a room, and it's happened to me where it has been in the middle of summer. I've done a house clearing, walked into the room, and you could see the condensation coming off my breath. Absolutely freezing, and again, instant nausea, felt sick, get a headache, all that. So when they touch you, it's like feathers. You feel like you got something crawling on you, if you know what I mean. Best way to describe it is like someone standing there with a feather and they're going like that over your face. Look, I wake up I don't know, every third day covered in friggin' finger mark bruises all over my legs. Because they stand there and they go like that at me, if you know what I mean, when I'm trying to sleep. I have got a new salt lamp, which I have found that is helping me with that, if you know what I mean. Plus I can see. I'm scared. Look, I'm nearly 50 and I'm scared of the dark. I'm not scared to admit that. So, yeah, because I can walk into a dark room and it's like Zoom. They just fly at me. I remember doing an investigation once of an old airport hangar, and I saw this black stick figure and I froze. I couldn't move, I couldn't talk, I couldn't do anything. It was running towards me and it said, if you're not going to get out of my fucking way, bitch, I'm going to go right through you. And it did. I had to be carried out to the car and I actually physically had numbers scratched into my forehead that were bleeding, so there you go. There can be some nasty ones out there. I've had like hands hold my ankles on the floor. I couldn't move. I've watched scissors fly across the bench, everything. So not pleasant. Heard, screaming, the fingernails down the wall, that type of thing. Look, if you're getting shit like that, you do need help. You really do. You can try your cleansing and you fucking put your rock salt in your corners and whatever, or do your dragon's blood, that type of thing. But you do need someone, and you'll probably find too that if you've got an entity in your house, you will feel drained. The second you walk in the door, everyone starts fighting. Animals will fucking go crazy. I had one of my cats, he just sat there spinning in a circle, screaming, looking at the roof. So then I had to get in a medium, and this was before I was actually using my abilities, and she had to get rid of it for me. Right, Marianne says we have a ghost in our house, a little boy. Well, you'll probably find that you're not getting all those signs. Do you know what I mean? Or you might be, but they're only mild. Marianne, why am I hearing 6? He's around about the age of 6. There wasn't a fire there, was there, Marianne? If you could... Chantel, public places will make my head feel like I'm underwater and my heart beats in my ears. Yes. I have physically had it where you could see, I was looking down and my top was going like that. My heart was going that fast. And I had to get my hubby, this was probably, 10 years ago, I had to get him to fucking take me to the hospital, and I had all the jiggers on, nothing. And it kept happening instantly out of the blue, and I figured it out. It was happening right before I was getting clients come for readings. So it was energies that were coming through for them, if that makes sense. So, right, Marianne, sounds about right. We were told he was killed in a farming accident. I hear fire for some reason. And I do see the numeral 6. And that can happen with spirits as well, right? Look, I do believe they can get trapped. They can get stuck, especially if they passed violently, if they were murdered or, friggin', attached to the house. That can happen. I have actually had to, this might sound a bit weird, but I have had to do a clearing on a haunted wardrobe. That was, someone had bought it secondhand. It was an antique, and since they brought it into the house, a lot of weird shit started happening, and the wardrobe was physically shaking like that. So yes, because it's all energy, it's psychometry. Everything we touch, we leave an imprint on things again, which is why I struggle with secondhand stuff. Do you know what I mean? Or going into a secondhand furniture shop or place or something like that, because their energies are, clothes are okay because you can wash them. Even, getting a secondhand object, if you wash it and all that, it should be fine. But a lot of the times they can attach themselves. Right, Debbie, I've done my house with dragon's blood and still feel like someone is here. Right, if that's the case, there could be someone there to give you a message. You'll also get to that things will start moving. Where you walk inside, chuck your keys on the coffee table or whatever, go into the kitchen, make a cuppa, come back. Where are my keys? And then you start looking around, you pull the house to bits and you think, oh God, that's it, I'm losing the fucking plot. What did I do with them? Go back into the kitchen again. No, they're not in there. Go back. There they are on the coffee table. And that is when you think, shit, I'm losing the plot. I'm going mad. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how many times I open the pantry. I'm looking for something. No, it's not there. It's not there. And then go back and there it is sitting right at the front. They like to play tricks on us. They do that to actually get our attention. But negative energies aren't nice. Look, I struggle going to the jail. I love the place. It's really mixed emotions. Walking up the corridor, I get all that. I get the palpitation, I get the heaviness, I get the nausea, I get all that. Then when I walk in there, it's like it changes. I have physically been spat on at the Geelong jail. I had a black jacket on. They were all standing up the top. I was watching them. And they were all dribbling down and they were spitting. And I had the white, spit marks all over my black jacket. So there you go. I've been physically held down in bed, sat on, grabbed by the ankles, pulled out of bed. I was grabbing hold of the bed head to try and stay in bed, all that. So hopefully none of you have to go through that, experience it. It is not very nice. Right, someone said there, in one of my cars it would smell like someone smoking, but no one was with me and I don't smoke. Yep. If someone's passed over and they used to smoke, you don't smoke, chances are you will smell it. Perfumes, but normally what happens, right, if it's a loved one that you knew, you might get a whiff of, okay, example, my grandmother, lovely lady, she brought me up till I was about 5, I think. The only grandparent I ever knew. Whenever I smell jasmine, it reminds me of her. Or lilac, lily of the valley, that type of thing, because she used to love lily of the valley perfume. So there you go. And every time I smell it, I feel warm. I get a beautiful feeling and I think of her. Do you know what I mean? So that is there. When energy comes in, it's very quick, like blink of an eye type thing. It's like someone's got a bottle of, I don't know, example, Old Spice reminds me of my dad. Every now and again I'll get the waft under the nose and it's gone. But just long enough to trigger a memory, if you know what I mean, and to let you know that they are around you.